A city without any rules. It's just like the wilds. No way of controlling it. No way of stopping it. This city is one of greed, desire, and lots of debt. And stinks with the smell of nerds. But that has now changed. Because I am Batman.
Alright, where is Batman? I need him for that review.
What? No.
Oh, there you are,
I'm not
Batman.
me.
Let's get this review
You
started.
can't do this. I'm Batman. Batman.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we have the Figurized Standard Amplified
Batman.
from Bandai, released in November of 2021 and costing me around $88 Canadian. This kit literally came out of nowhere, and I absolutely friggin' love it. So let's get this review started. Starting with the box art, and oh my god, this box art looks so friggin' cool. I had no idea DC partnered with Bandai, but I love it. I would normally throw away the box pretty much after the review, but I think I'm gonna keep this one. That or try to get a poster of this because it looks so friggin' cool. If we turn the box around, we got a nice little image of Batman in a stoic pose as well as all the runners, which isn't a lot. On the other side of the box, we got a couple static and dynamic poses for the kit. Even after building it, it still looks so good. We also have some images showing the gimmicks and extras, including the Batarang, which is actually part of the chest. Pretty cool implementation. In addition, we also have a utilization of the cape. Such a cool looking pose. It's going to be very fun to pose with. But anyways, let's take a look at the actual kit, and oh my goodness, it does not disappoint. This kit is a complete straight build. I did panel line some of the gray parts just to break it up. It looks pretty good if you notice it, otherwise you don't really have to. And also I used up pretty much all the stickers, which isn't much. The end result is a very good looking model kit of Batman, and to my knowledge I think this is the very first iteration of Batman in model kit form. I could be wrong though, let me know. But I love how the model kit aspect gives Batman a really hard armored look, something you would see that he would wear fighting Superman. And by god, I hope they make a model kit of Superman, that'd be so cool. And despite being a relatively easy build, probably taking me only 4 or 5 hours, even from a glance you can see that this model kit has a lot of details packed right into it. The kit is heavily textured, has a lot of surface level detail, and despite being majority of a gray-black kit, the gold accents and hard edges gives it a very nice part separated appearance, as if there's multiple layers of armor on the kit. Coming along to the back, I just gotta bring your attention to the wings or cloak or whatever it is. It's supposed to be a cape, but the plastic here is actually pretty hard, not brittle or soft at all. And the plastic they use is not smooth, but very textured, which I kinda like because I don't think Batman should be shiny anyways. I say this because the textures on the cloak doesn't make it very reflective, so it has a very nice dark sheen that looks very good. And just the whole cape looks so cool. Overall, just a really good looking kit. Also, I never ran into any bad num marks. Gotta say, Bandai went pretty ham engineering this kit. Must be because they want to leave a good impression for DC. Perhaps, you know, maybe to make more superheroes. So we know the appearance is pretty much amazing. How's the articulation? Let's take a look. Beginning with the head, it could go side to side this much. The head itself is able to tilt up and down this far. The neck itself is quite articulate, so you can extend and retract this much. And this extra neck articulation allows him to look all the way up. Quite impressive. However, this neck design prevents his head from doing a full 360. But you don't need that anyways, it still has a good 180 head rotation. The shoulder pauldrons are unhinged joints, so it could flip this far up. The arm has a really good internal and external shoulder rotation. Arm abduction and adduction is really good as well. We got an upper bicep 360. This much of an elbow bend, pretty decent, and it could extend this far. Hands are on a ball and socket joint, so it'll wiggle around in 360 like so. Moving on to the body, which I would say have the stiffest mobility. The upper torso has this much of a side bend, very limited, but the lower torso has a much better side bend. We have a very limited ab crunch and back extension. It looks like the armor plating is getting in the way. Coming along to the back, I think it's a better idea if I just remove the whole backpack unit, just because holding Batman and moving the giant wings itself is a little cumbersome. But after having it removed, you can see that the wings are made up of 5 different sections. These top smaller sections are attached on by ball joints, so they are pretty much able to rotate freely. In addition, there's also a handle over here, which can be flipped up, and later on they can be used for some posing as well. Also, there are these mechanisms on the smaller wings that allows it to slide in and out, and this is later used to adjust the wings. Coming down to the larger part of the cloak or wings, it's also able to move up and down, and the whole cloak assembly has a hinge to it. Though minor, it allows the cloak to flare out quite a bit. Additionally, there are these tabs on the lower part of the cloak that allows the wings to clip on. I find this pretty ingenious because, like the model kit itself, the cloak has gone a little loose over time, and having these pegs over here actually makes it stable. Moving on to his waist, he doesn't have any side skirts, but he does have these blocky gold pieces here, which are able to move up and down. They are the only things that move on his waist. While we're back here, as you can see over here, there's a plug for the adapter right in his butthole. Moving on to the lower body, he has this much of a split, which is actually pretty good. We have this much of a high kick, absolutely amazing. And Batman's got some impressive heels over here. There's also a really good back kick, so pretty much a perfect front split. Due to the legs design, it can't do a full 360, but it still has some very good rotation. We got an excellent double jointed knee bend, revealing more of that gold, very nice touch. As for ankle mobility, we have a little range of motion for the side-to-side pivot. We also have a limited toe point and a pretty okay dorsiflexion. So in terms of overall articulation, Batman's decent. He's pretty good in some areas like his arms and legs, but he's stiff in his torso. Though I didn't find that hinder a lot of his posing, so that's the good thing. And if you're planning to make him pose standing up, you're going to have to use his cape to kind of balance him. He's a little back heavy. Otherwise, overall articulation isn't bad. It's a relatively fun kit to play with, and the cloak is really cool. Alrighty, let's move on to accessories and extras. First things first, I'm going to put him onto an action base. The attachment is right over here, hidden behind with this little piece of plastic. Try not to lose it. Next up, put in the action base adapter, not included. Grab yourself an action base, also not included. And the aerial poses definitely fit this kit a lot more, especially with the large cloak. And speaking of cloak, it's actually part of the accessories as well. I did state earlier you're going to need these little part of the wings, so just remove them here. The handles will attach right onto the hands, and the peg over here will attach right onto the forearms. Firstly, you're going to need to disassemble the hand, then just put the cloak handle right in between the hands and put them back together. Next up, you're going to want to pop off this piece over here on the forearm, revealing the socket, then attach the socket on the wings into that hole, and reattach the hand. I know in the comics and shows this is supposed to simulate him holding the cape, however in model kit form it kind of looks weird because you know it is separate. But I still think it's a pretty cool looking pose, and it's a cool way of implementing the cape design. Up next we have this unique right hand, a 2-finger pointy thingy hand. Yeah, and it's only for the right hand also, so sorry lefties. And the hand coincides with this next part, this little emblem over here that you just pop right off. And try not to lose that black piece, but having that black piece removed, you also see a little nice gold inlay over here. But anyways, the piece you removed is actually the Batarang. Very cool implementation, I love how they actually put that for the logo. Flipping the Batarang around, you see there's an indent over here, allowing it to attach to the hand. Shame we only get one, so don't lose it. And when you have it attached, it's a simple yet very iconic Batman pose. And it looks so friggin' good. But unfortunately, that's it for extras. Yeah, this kit doesn't come with too much, so that's a small downside to this kit. But let's move on to the shake test. The kit has gone a little loose over time, so let's see how it holds up. A successful bisection. You know, in terms of structural integrity, it wasn't that bad. I expected the wings to fall off, but the rest of it held up pretty well considering it has gone a little loose over time. However, it didn't affect posing, so not much of a problem here. So I gotta say I'm pretty satisfied with it. As for height, the Batman comes in around 8 inches or 20 centimeters, give or take. It's a pretty average size kit. Here it is next to the entry grade 1/44 scale RX 78-2. And here it is next to the Master Grade RX 78-2, much more comparable in size here. An LBX Hyperfunction Achilles, another Figure Eye Standard Amplified kit in the form of the Gallantmon, or Dukemon, and a Zoid's High-End Master Model Storm Tyran. And here it is next to an Airsoft Green Gas, a X-Wing model kit box, an Usopp figure, an MSG Gunblade Lance, and a Dragon Shield card sleeve box. As for shelf presence, it looks very good, quite imposing with the wings spread out, and a definite eye catcher. So it concludes the review of Batman, and what are my final thoughts? Firstly, I want to point out the negatives, since there aren't that many. Having built this kit a couple months ago, I have noticed this kit has gotten a little loose. Especially in the small part of the wings, they do tend to droop down a little bit, but with how the wings interlocked, it was more of a minor annoyance than a major issue. Secondly, for whatever reason, the elbow joint started to kind of disassemble itself, though the joint still functions normally. And lastly, if you're someone expecting more from the kit, yeah, there's not much in terms of extras. You got a Batarang and a hand. That's it. And that's it for any major concerns about this kit. Otherwise, I absolutely love it. The appearance alone already won me over. The kit has a very good amount of surface level detail, and it fits so well with the hard edges and colored part separation. And I find the design still captivating without looking too flashy. Also, I absolutely love the design of the cape. The color looks very good and it's not too complicated to work with. And it's quite durable, so you won't be messing it up when you pose it. Overall articulation is pretty good, you know, aside from the trunk being a little stiff. But that never really stopped it from doing any cool poses. And boy, there's a lot of cool posing you could do. Even ground poses are possible if you use the wings as a little kickstand. But in the air is definitely where Batman shines. So, should you get this kit? In my personal opinion, especially if you like Batman, hells yeah. Even if you don't, I still highly recommend it. It's an easy build, looks great, and something different from your usual Gunpla kits. Hopefully Bandai keeps making these superhero kits. I would want a Superman, Flash, or Wonder Woman. That would be awesome. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching my videos. I hope you like it, and I enjoy making it. Let me know what you think. And if you think I did a good job, please like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. That's fine too. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye.